Good evening, distinguished viewers. Nakhchivan News Information Program is on air. This is the 6th day of COP29, which is being held in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. And the main theme for discussions for today is science, technology, innovation and digitalization. So when it comes to the discussions, the main central attention is being put on the AI technologies, artificial intelligence. As you know, AI is a result of scientific evolution or scientific development, and AI at the same time, other emerging technologies can help us in order to create a better sustainable climate action process. So science and technologies, as we mentioned, are in the central role, and they can play roles in decreasing. How can they help us? The question is that they can help us in order to decrease the greenhouse emissions while using the technology factors. And also another technology is the carbon capture technologies, which some of the countries are lacking to get them due to the financial reasons. So technology can help us in order to reduce the carbon and also greenhouse emissions. When we are talking about the problems, we need to talk about the solutions. On this purpose, starting from the early morning, Azerbaijan's government agency held a meeting. As you know, there are various meetings, mutual meetings, also ministerial level meetings and high level, of course, assemblies, roundtable discussions. We would love to start one of them. It was actually organized by the Agency on Innovations and Digital Development of Azerbaijan, and the main speaking person was the deputy chairman of the organization, Rashat Khaligov. And during his speech, the main topic was the digital green horizons and exactly Azerbaijan's digital government solutions. He mentioned about the center that was created. It is called Azerbaijan Cybersecurity Center. They are mainly the key vectors of them are mainly revolving around digital government, digital society and digital businesses. They mainly highlighted on the capacity building problems. It means capacity building opportunities actually. It means creating opportunities and increasing the skills, abilities of the people in businesses, holding lots of workshops, training and etc. And also another solution was suggested by the agency, according to Azerbaijan's experience. It was paperless government. It means creating digital government products platform, and it also includes digital login, digital documentations, digital breach, and MyGov. It basically means file sharing between government and its institutions, at the same time government and citizens. Now you can question that. Now what does that mean? And paper-friendly government, paperless government means saving trees. So according to his speech, they actually managed to save trees up to 10,000 in a year. We would love to continue according to the agenda. Another problem was highlighted during the roundtable high-level meeting, especially the COP29's lead negotiator Yalchin Rafiev made his speech, and he mainly highlighted on the problems in the LLDCs, landlocked developing countries, and the main challenges for them is the mobilizing solutions in their territories. So various panel discussions were held according to this problem and topic. Also, we want to mention that this is the first time in overall COP history that a topic on digitalization is the first time it is used. And another great event was held by the COP29's presidency, at the same time International Telecommunication Union on these kinds of climate problems. And at the end, of course, COP29 Green Digitalization Declaration was announced. This is another great move. And during the day, during especially exactly afternoon hours, action which is really popular starting from the first moment of COP29. Pay up actions continued, and people from various countries, various backgrounds were expressing their opinions, especially on the financing problems, on soil problems, agriculture, food, and other various problems and issues. So as a Nakhchivan News Information Program team, we are so happy to briefly give the view of tonight, and we will be continuing our activities throughout the next days. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time and attention.
I represent an organization called Save Soil Movement from India. Sadhguru is the founder of this organization, which started this movement 24 years back in 1998. The organization is about saving soil and revitalizing the life in the soil. Soil is a living element, and because it's a living element, it has the highest potential to sequester and store carbon in the soil. In the climate crisis today, the most affected section of our community is the section which is producing our life-sustaining food, which are the farmers. So what we have seen in the last couple of decades is that the monsoon, the rainfall has been erratic, because of which the planting season, the sowing season and harvest seasons are getting disturbed for the farmers, and because of that there are losses in crops and their productivity. In addition to that, soil health has been depleted in a very, very large way in the last century. And if this continues, most responsible scientists across the globe are saying that by 2050, by 2050, 90% of our soils will be depleted. Then there will be a real issue of food scarcity and food security. So to overcome this, the solution is very simple. We have to add more trees into our lands, and we have to shift towards regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture is nothing but improving the soil biology by having more trees in the land and using bio inputs which are made out of natural materials to improve the microbes in the soil, which will help the plant to grow and produce more food and make the farmers profitable. So this is a solution which has been time tested with more than 250,000 farmers in India, and these farmers have been able to plant more than 116 million trees in the last 20 years. With this, their income has gone up by anywhere between 300 to 800% in 6 to 8 years' time. With this increased income, farmers are having the confidence that they will be able to fight climate change, and they will be able to sustain their farms and their incomes through these practices. Now at COP29, we are here. This is the biggest climate summit to see what can be done so that our future survival is secured and our future agriculture and food system is secure.
I travel with my daughter, who's 7 years old. It is because we are all about intergenerational knowledge being passed on. And even though she may not know the technicalities of policy, they are still absorbing the information when they are with us. And this is a traditional way of how the wisdom is passed through generations.
What's your expectation from the COP29, and will you plan to participate at the COP30 in Brazil?
As a Wisdom Keeper delegation, we have many people that are very diverse. Some of us go into the really big ministerial negotiations. Myself, I am an artist, and so I bring a different concept into the space. When there is a lot of talking about policy and documents, there also needs to be a spiritual content that comes with the decisions that are being made. So that's why I personally come, and also to educate myself on what is actually happening here in this space and how we can make change with our Indigenous voices.
Dearest viewers of Nakhchivan News Information Program, it is almost between 2 and 3 p.m. in Baku City by the local time, and as you can see, up until now, during the COP29 days that we are highlighting on the various discussions and topics, but this one is pretty, pretty different compared to the ones that we already have broadcasted. This is an action from all the countries. It's like right now at this hall, all the world has become like one planet, one universe. It's like all the world, all the countries and their representatives, they all have become as a one nation. So they all are trying to bring your attention to the climate problems through their way of interpreting this. They are keeping their silence. They somehow, you can hear their voices. For example, it says make the fossil fuel industry pay. They say, like, they claim that whoever is in charge of all of the problems in the environment, it means that they must be the ones who are going to pay for this. So this is it. And also another point was that during the writings, some of them we noticed that they were bringing attention to the developed nations, some of the developed countries, that they claim that there is a need for them to help to the developing nations in order to combat the climate change issues, in order to tackle this issue. And by the way, I would love to remind you that today it is the 6th day of COP29, and the main theme of the day is dedicated to science, technology, innovations and digitalization. So through this way, they believe that, and also the other day's importance, the other themes are important in order to contribute to all the problems existing in the world when it comes to the climate change issues. It is all like in the form of a round process. It's all around the whole. And they also highlight on the food problem, agriculture problems, lack of resources, lack of finance, pollution problems, and problems in the forests and ecosystems, all of them. It is like the whole process goes on as all of the people have become as one great power. And it actually shows the power of humanity. If we want to do something for the sake of climate, it means when we are united, regardless of the borders, regardless of the nations and countries, we can reach our aim, we can reach our goal.
My name is Nadia Haddad. I'm the member of the Executive Committee of the European Disability Forum, and we came here because people with disabilities are the most impacted by the climate change, and yet we are not part of the constituency, we are not part of the discussion party, we are not part of the rescue programs, we are not part of the access to health and care of disasters. So we are here to reclaim a space, a place. We want to be here to be a part of the negotiation. We're part also in the recovery plans when we speak about also the welfare, the well-being of the general people. We are part of them. We have people who work in green energy, so we are here just to reclaim, to be recognized as a constituency of disabled persons.
Well, dearest viewers of Nakhchivan News Information Program, I have a guest here, one of the people who want their voices to be heard, and it says Global North, pay your climate debt. As we talked about the finance problems in our previous broadcasts, we would love to give the real examples, the people who are here demonstrating their opinions from different backgrounds and diversity. So, hello, good evening. Would you please introduce yourself firstly and your main aim and whatever you want to tell to us?
Sure. I'm Niti Nesadure. I'm the director of Climate Action Network, Southeast Asia. I'm from Malaysia. We're here to demand...
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. We are here to demand that the global north countries or the developed countries of the world pay up for their fair share of climate finance to developing countries. This is because in their industrialization process, these developed countries have used up more than their fair share of the carbon budget. And this works out to about 5 trillion US dollars a year between now and 2050, which developed countries owe developing countries. So we are here to demand here at COP29, which is the finance COP, for the developed countries to pay up at least $1.3 trillion a year to developing countries in the form of public finance and in the form of grants, not loans.
Thank you so much. We hope that the whole world, the whole universe will hear you, and we also support you. Thank you so much.